What's going on, Godzirra Nation? This is Arghgodzirra back with another round of AFL tips and predictions, looking ahead to round 21. Thank you for joining me as always. I missed last week's video. I apologise. As some of you may know, I was in hospital. I've just been diagnosed as diabetic, so my life has been flipped upside down. However, we're back at it again this week. Before we look at the tips and anything I need to mention for round 21, we need to reflect on round 20, which has seen some shifting on our ladder, by the way. But to kick things off, I went with St Kilda over Carlton, and I shouldn't have backed against my Blue Bagger supporters because the Blue Boys got up in an incredible showing, and there's still a chance to play finals in 2021, which is absolutely huge. I backed the Bulldogs, and they got it done quite comfortably in the end, as I said they should. Cats getting it done against North Melbourne, I said they should have won that by about 40 to 50 points, and they only won by 20 points. And credit to North Melbourne where credit's due. They've been showing a lot the last probably couple of months. Collingwood smashed West Coast, and I should have taken into account that West Coast have travelled poorly this year. But Collingwood have been playing up and down, so it was a hard one to tip, but Collingwood got up for that one. It was all but a formality that Melbourne would beat the Gold Coast. Hawthorn defeating Brisbane was huge. I said that would be one of my upsets of the round, and it came true. Still shocked that it happened, but it did. Another close game between Essendon and Sydney, with Sydney getting the win, and we predicted that correctly. My boys, I was on the edge of my seat for this game. Jack Riewoldt, Tom Lynch, and Matt Parker all missed opportunities dead in front of goal. We lose another close game to Fremantle. We're still mathematically a chance, but I'm kind of wiping Richmond off at this point in time for finals. And Port Adelaide, all but a formality, getting up against GWS. It was a very close game up until very late, and then Port Adelaide just ran away with it. So for round 20, I only tipped 5. We do, however, have somebody that tipped 8. And I will show you. Tritter H tipped 8 out of 8. I don't know if anybody else tipped 8. Let's have a look through. But when I saw Tritter tipped 8, I was blown away. There's a lot of 7s as well. 5 seems to be the marker for the round. However, there's a big move. A big move. Vince has been sitting on top for a very long time. He is now 1 tip behind. Isdon is good. Managing 6 correct tips, pouncing on the fact that Vince only managed to get 3 correct tips this week, now leads the competition by 1 single tip. Our top 10, there is only 5 tips between 10th and 1st. There is only 6 tips between 16th and 1st. I'm still hanging in. Good old 23, but I don't think I'll be able to catch. We're 8 behind. It's going to take some moving, but it's going to be a very close race. I said it's going to be a close race to the finish, and I wasn't lying. But once again, congratulations to Tritter H for tipping 8 out of 8, perfect round. Congratulations to Isdon is Good, taking over the lead for the competition for the first time. Now we have a look ahead to the round that will be, which is round 21. We kick things off at GMHBA Stadium with Geelong taking on GWS. And I think Geelong lock in a top 2 spot. I don't think Bulldogs and Geelong are going to lose their top 2 spot, to be completely honest with you. I'm going to back Geelong here by 35 points. Yeah, 35 points. We'll go 35. I think GWS, they've got the team to get it done, but they just seem to falter when it matters most. And Geelong, they've got some key players out, but they're still making big moves. So it's hard to back against Geelong here, especially at home. Marvel Stadium, Carlton Gold Coast. I'm going to tip Carlton. And this is going to be interesting because Carlton winning this game puts them equal 8th for the time being if they win this game. So, with a couple of games left, Carlton need to have everything fall in line if they want to play finals. I think they will beat the Gold Coast, especially seeing the brand of football that Carlton played on the weekend versus the brand that Gold Coast played. Gold Coast come out and play a very strong half against Brisbane and then get absolutely flogged, and then get flogged by Melbourne. So their morale is going to be down, but they're going to be very hungry. Carlton having a sniff at finals here, I think they're primed to not only win this game, but give the ladder a bit of a shake-up. MCG, Saturday afternoon, Richmond at North Melbourne. I'm going to back Richmond. We should win this game. We should have won against Fremantle. But something in my gut tells me if North Melbourne bring their A game, they're going to make Richmond look absolutely terrible. And I hate to say that as a Richmond supporter, but I know in my loins that it is a possibility that North Melbourne could absolutely make Richmond's life a living hell. But I've got to have enough trust in the process that Richmond can get it done. Especially for our finals chances. We need to win all 3 games on the run home and have everything fall into place. So, fingers crossed, my boys can get it done. Adelaide Oval, Saturday night. We have a showdown replay. Port Adelaide are going to win that one and lock in their top 4 spot. Port Adelaide starting to just find their feet again, finding their brand. There's still some players that they need firing. Charlie Dixon hasn't really fired all year. So if he can start firing now, he could be the crucial key to Port Adelaide's success, especially during September action. But I think they're too good for Adelaide. Saturday rounds out at Marvel Stadium with St Kilda taking on Sydney, and Sydney are going to win that one quite comfortably for me. Lock in I think can they finish in the top? They can potentially finish in the top 4. If Sydney finish in the top 4, and I said it a couple of weeks ago, they're my dark horse for the finals. I think the Bulldogs already have the premiership won, I feel, but Sydney are the dark horse for me, and they're going to get it done quite easily against St Kilda on the weekend. Tasmania, Sunday, Hawthorn Collingwood, and it's an evenly matched game. I am going to back in Hawthorn here. I like what they did on the weekend against Brisbane. And on the flip side, you've got Collingwood who came out and decimated West Coast. So you've got a 50-50 flip here for this game. I just think Hawthorn here might get the win. I feel Hawthorn's going to get the win. Marvel Stadium, Bulldogs taking on Essendon. I think the Bulldogs are going to win that one. I've already just said I feel they've already got a hand on the premiership. Their midfield's way too strong. Essendon have a couple of players missing. Kyle Langford, Dyson Heppel. 2 players that have been critical in Essendon's success, especially Dyson Heppel off of that half-back flank. So I think the Bulldogs are going to get it done against the Bombers. Optus Stadium sees Fremantle taking on Brisbane. I think Brisbane will win that one. Fremantle could give it a real good shake here, especially with Brisbane's last month. They haven't been playing the best brand. Fremantle could give it a real shake and make things a little bit interesting for the 7th and 8th spot. But I think Brisbane's team is too strong. And to round things out, we've got Optus Stadium, West Coast taking on Melbourne. I'm going to back in Melbourne. Just seeing what Collingwood did to West Coast makes me fear what Melbourne can do to West Coast, because Melbourne's best has been some of the best football we've seen all year. West Coast, just like Richmond, hanging on by a thread. They're still in the 8, however, unlike Richmond. But a real threat to miss finals this year, which would be huge. But I think Melbourne quite comfortably will get it done. Just having a recap, I've gone with Geelong, Carlton, Richmond, Port Adelaide, Sydney, Hawthorn, Western Bulldogs, Brisbane and Melbourne. Subject to change, obviously. Upset of the round for me would probably be Adelaide defeating Port Adelaide. And just based off of the odds, GWS defeating Geelong would be huge as well. My certainty of the round would definitely have to be Carlton over to Gold Coast. I think that's a certain bet there. Geelong should be a certainty as well, but we never know in the game of football because shit goes down every week. But that's it for this video. Thank you for joining me again. Let me know your predictions. Let me know your guaranteed win and your upset of the round as well, all in the comment section down below. Do hit that like button. It goes a long way to supporting the channel if you do. And if you're new to the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button as well. I've got some dreams I'm trying to chase down, and if you hit that button, you're helping me achieve them. Make sure you got notifications enabled by hitting that bell icon next to the subscribe button so you get a little ring-a-ding-ding to let you know whenever I drop something brand new on the channel. But that's it from me, guys. I'm out of here. Good luck to your teams this weekend, and as always, I will catch you guys next time.
Continue.